Good evening. A farmer who fell into an abandoned water well in the middle of a field is sharing his story of survival. The water was up to his neck. The night cold, and escaping by himself proved impossible. David Ewasuk reports on how he was finally found and freed.
Harvesting finished weeks ago, but in this field beside the small town of Ewasuk, Alberta, one bale remains. And lifting it up reveals the beginning of a harrowing story of the farmer who fell into this abandoned well and lived to tell about it.
I knew that the well was here and we had filled it in the spring. It was filled right up to the top.
It was late last month and late at night when Andy Schwetz got out of his tractor to see if he could simply drive over the old abandoned well. About 9:30 p.m., very dark, he found out too late the fill had become unsettled.
Took a step and it just kind of collapsed underneath me and I was done. Fell right in, fell feet first, landed on my feet in the water, and that was the situation I was in.
He had fallen about 19 feet down, most of his body submerged in thick, cold water.
It's old, stale, muddy water, so it was, it was up to my shoulders and up to my neck.
While he could float, he says the chilling temperature had him concerned. His cell phone was up top in the tractor, still running.
I tried to climb out a few times. I had a survey stake in my hand. Luckily, I had it going down, and there were some holes in the casing that I could put those stakes in, and I was rappelling up a few times.
But getting back up to ground from that far down proved difficult, then impossible.
Get up to the top, fell down. It happened 2 or 3 times, and I kind of lost my strength.
And that is when the night got very dark for the husband and father of 3.
You say your prayers, you say your last words. I really did think that I wasn't going to make it. And then, that's when I kind of got over that stage, and then I got, okay, I've got to survive, and I'm going to go wait until somebody finds me.
His wife, Shauna Lee, became concerned in the middle of the night when neither he nor his equipment were back at home. She contacted a relative, then a neighbor. At 5 a.m., they went out and saw the tractor still running, shut it off, and heard him yelling for help.
When she seen me, all she seen was my head and me talking, and of course it was just really traumatizing for her.
A call to 911 eventually alerted firefighters from Ewasuk and Smoky Lake.
And then once we got Andy out of the water and onto surface, then everybody was taking their coats off and trying to warm him up because he was in there for 8+ hours.
In hospital for 6 days due to issues with his kidneys, muscles, and his feet. Now a clean bill of health. His message to other farmers:
these wells are out here. People need to be aware that there's a big danger there.
Schwetz, now just thankful it ended the way it began.
Landed on my feet. Yeah, I was lucky.
David Ewasuk, CTV News, near Ewasuk, Alberta.